Well, alright. Tick, tick, tick. Well, alright. Chop, chop, chop. Well,
Is there
alright.
stuff in your pelvis?
Hi, hi, hi. Well, alright. The music's talking to you, you know tonight's the night.
The devil and the deep blue sea. We're gonna party the anybody lorry. We're gonna get out the honey, baby, honey. What a do, what a do, be the devil and the deep blue sea. I don't want you, but I hate to lose you. You've got me in between the devil and the deep blue sea. We're gonna party the anybody lorry. We're gonna get out the honey, baby, honey. What a do, what a do, be the devil and the deep blue sea. The devil and the deep blue sea.
I don't know where we're going. Yes, we're going. The only thing I know is going.
Between the devil and the deep blue sea, I ought to cross you off my list, but when you come knocking at my door, fate seems to give my heart a twist, and I come running back for more. I should hate you, but I guess I love you. You've got me in between the devil and the deep blue sea. The devil and the deep blue sea.
I don't know where we're going. Yes, we're going. The only thing I know is going. Oh, tonight's the night. Oh, tonight's the night.
I forgive you, 'cause I can't forget you. You've got me in between the devil and the deep blue sea. I ought to cross you off my list, but when you come knocking at my door, fate seems to give my heart a twist, and I come running back for more. I should hate you, but I guess I love you. You've got me in between the devil and the deep blue sea. The devil and the deep blue sea. We're gonna party the anybody lorry. We're gonna get out the honey, baby, honey. What a do, be the devil and the deep blue sea. What did you do about the honey ball? But I didn't even want it. We don't let it do, let it do it all. But it is all, it is all, it all. We did it, but I did not do. We did got up, but I didn't do, but I do. We bottle, did not bottle, the devil and the deep blue sea.
Hopefully good times will never feel so good after tomorrow's final.
Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to Game Night on Saturday the 19th of August. I hope you're well, that's not a word, well, scary night. And Matt's message delaying my good evening, good evening, good evening there. But Matt, thank you very much for the 42-month subscription right there. And Lupine earlier on for the 37-month as well. Most grateful to you both. And yes, indeed, there's some sport ball match tomorrow. England are doing rather well. It turns out, might even watch some of it. Might do. More likely it'll be on in the background while I do other things, probably. But yes, best of luck to the Lionesses tomorrow. Go sports team. I'm not really big into sport, as I think you probably know. Anyway, I am big into quiz, though, and we have got a triple bill of quiz for you this evening. Starting on time, for a change. So I've been working on something today, and I sort of reached a natural end point around about, 7. So I decided to go out and play with the dogs for a bit and get myself a drink, chat with the neighbour, because Megs and Dylan are off in Cornwall with my brother-in-law. There's no or I can sort of pick when I have dinner, i.e. after stream. Starting on time. And we are starting with DangerZone. I haven't seen it for a little while. If I can bring up the... Oh, bloody hell, where's the button? That's what I'm after. Yes, we are jumping straight into DangerZone tonight with a pack written by PL Jogging. It is, I think it's quite a friendly pack. It's a nice one to ease us in. Remember, for the time being, probably for the last time actually, DangerZone is the only game which doesn't have any time entry, so you must get in at the... Sorry, Clive, I'll play that one instead. The more you ask me to get rid of it, the more I'm going to press it. Probably for the last time, this has not got any time entry. It's the only game in my arsenal that doesn't. So you must join at the start. It was an interesting decision to put it on first, actually, and then start on time. People are going to turn up at 8:15, thinking I'm going to be late and hoping to get in, and then be very sad. But it's the way it goes. Advertised for 8, so... DangerZone by Jogging. I think it's quite a friendly pack to get us started this evening, and we'll have a lot of fun with it. Coming up a bit later on, we've got the Purge by Purge. A little bit tricky. I had a bit of a chat with Purge earlier in the week, and we changed one or two of the questions just to give it a little bit more of an in on some of them. It was still a very beautifully put together pack. I just felt there was a couple of things that may have been to tweet down, and Prugs was very good, so I'm grateful to him for his not intentionally tricky, no, not at all, of course not. But that's coming up with the Purge a bit later on, so we'll look forward to that. And then at the end of the evening, we've got a semi-spontaneous game of The Abyss. I wrote some questions on Friday night for it, because it's been a while since I've done some writing. I am very well aware that The Abyss was only on 2 weeks ago and is coming back in 2 weeks' time, again with questions by me. But consider this a warm-up for my question writing for The Abyss, which is happening, I think it's 2 or 3 weeks' time I'm writing The Abyss. But we're also playing it tonight for absolutely no reason whatsoever. No reason at all. No reason at all. That's coming up a bit later on. The Abyss, questions by me at the end of the night. Yeah, semi-spontaneous Abyss. Well, it wasn't on the schedule. I only decided a couple of days ago we were going to play it. No reason at all. So I do hope that you'll stick around for that. But first off, it's time to take a trip into the DangerZone. And if you'd like to play, all done in Twitch chat this game for now, PCYR is what you need. You need to win this hand of bridge. Well, I'll give you... Well, you're in, Clive, so it's fine. I don't need to do it. I will give a few minutes because I am starting uncharacteristically on time, so I might leave this lobby open for 5 minutes just in case people are still coming into the stream, which is fine. So no, because I don't normally start on time. It's very rare for a lobby to be open at 8:05. So I'll give it a couple of minutes because I am aware people can't join at any point at any time in this game, which will be changing in the future. In the interim, let me say hello to some people. Good evening, Stilgar and Topper and ABME and Shaped. Hello, Jogging and Fett and Nando and Dante. Good evening too to Dan and Stinson Zangle and Matt the Ref. Good evening to Shadowmane and Proogs and Samster and Clive. To Lupine and Mr. Vertigo. To the Bassoonist, Mantissa and Jack and anyone else who is lurking, loitering and lingering in the chat. You are most welcome to be here. Thank you so much for joining for game night this evening, this Saturday night. We are up to 22 in the lobby. I'm seeing 37 on the audience, so there may be a few more people lurking about. Just a reminder, if you are lurking, you're very welcome to be here. You don't have to declare yourself if you just want to watch some quiz in the background or play along in the from the comfort of your own home. You don't have to put yourself front and centre. You're most welcome to be here. But this game doesn't have any time entry, so if you change your mind halfway through, you won't be able to join. What's the penny count on this game? Because I should probably boost that. I'm doing that a lot at the moment. Controls, author pennies. Oh, it's 10 times... that's the maximum I've got because I put a range limiter on it. It's 10 times whatever you get, however many questions you get right. So it's... oh, Shapes is cashing in some pennies. I can do that. While we're waiting. We like Shapes. How many do you want? 500? Goodness me, you've been saving up your micro pennies, Shapes. There you go. Have 500 pennies. K-Jarves, welcome to the game and welcome to the stream. Hope you are keeping well. A doggo? Proves wanting a doggo. Dex! Dex! Do you want a doggo or a pup? It's very difficult to get Hermione upstairs. Yeah, we've got two dogs. We've got the two dogs here. Doggo is very reluctant to come on camera, but Papa may come on camera. Hello, boy. Hello. Oh no, you're making yourself as heavy as possible because you know what's happening. Look, Uncle Proogs wants to say hello. There you go, Uncle Proogs. Oh, aren't you handsome? I know we want to show me the doggo, but you've got to show me the pupper instead. Isn't he sweet? He's very noble. Very noble and regal. He's all tired out from his trip to town. We went to town earlier on. And then we went to the farm shop, or the pet shop by the farm shop. It's all part of the same shop. So we go to the farm shop where there's he gets his doggy pick and mix. Break Ben's DangerZone sound button. Make him press it if you like. He gets his doggy pick and mix, which he treats as an all-you-can-eat buffet, don't you? And you stole lots of gravy bones, and then we got some more, and then you had a little nap because you were tired after town, and then we went to play ball, and you had your dinner, and now you're going for another nap, aren't you? Hello, Zeus. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're well, my dude. Is that enough pupper for you? Kiss, kiss. No? He's a good boy. You're a good boy. You want a treat? Treat. Good boy. Right. There we go, then. There we go. Thank you for the dog into it. No problem. Well, I'm stalling for time. I did say I'd give people 5 minutes, didn't I? So that's a good stall. 2 minutes left of the original 5. Dice from cute. He is a very cute dog. He is very, very sweet. He means well. We are up to 24. I see it's H Games. Welcome to the lobby. Don't see your name on the chat yet, which means you haven't typed in the public chat yet, because that's when you get logged. But you don't have to if you don't want to. You're very welcome to be here either way. So, 1 minute. Oh, my wife is texting me from Cornwall. Yeah, poor taste jokes that my brother-in-law is telling my wife. Hello, Flush. What's cooking? Hello, wrestler. Welcome on in. Nothing actually. I've got a bottle of prosecco in the fridge, but not cooking. I had a McDonald's for lunch, so I'm feeling a bit obese at the moment. I will probably have a frozen pizza after stream a bit later on, but if you meant in the more general sense of are you well, yes I am. I bought a new vape pen today actually. It's tasting slightly burny. I'm assuming it's just sort of getting used to the new coil. It's got completely different coils. I still got the old one wasn't completely broken, although it did leak last night. Like full tank leaked all over my bedside table. It wasn't fun. So I'm hoping that breaking this one will be fun. The McCrispy Deluxe. I had a double barbecue quarter pounder with cheese. It was very nice. Right, I think we're going to leave it there because it is 10 past 8. I've given it 5 minutes of lobby. We've got 39 people watching and 24 in the game, which means it'll go quite well all on the left-hand side. It means there'll be a great chasm on the right-hand side of emptiness. But just a reminder, once you are eliminated, you can keep playing along, and you are encouraged to do so because it's all worth extra pennies for you. If you're ready to play, we've got Samster, Shadow, Topper, Clive, AB Me, Stimpson's Angle, Puzzle Dan, Prugs, Lupine, Toot, Stilgar, Mr. Vertigo, Shapes, Bassoonist, Ardenfetz, Nando, Optimat, Matt, Zeus, Mantissa, Colo, Jack, K-Jars, It's H Games, and in the nick of time, Erin Stockdale. Welcome on in, making it 25, and it's perfectly aligned on the left-hand side. Welcome to the stream, Erin Stockdale. Although we will have one person going over to the other side when the Boneyard strap appears. The pack is by jogging. I think we should get on with the game. Let's play DangerZone. Round number 1 is fear. You'll get 5 questions based on the subject of fear. You've got 2 helps, or 1 help that you can use, but you can use it in one of 2 ways. You can either whisper M after submitting to double your points, or you can whisper N to nerf the question. Nerfing this round gets rid of it. It's basically 3 points for you, and in this round it's 12. That's half the number of players rounded down. You may use either help once per round, but not both. Use them or lose them. You don't get them in the Boneyard game, and they are refreshed at the end of the round if you are still in live play. We're going to lose 4 players at the end of this round. The objective is to stay out of the danger zone. You get points by answering correctly and quickly. The first player to answer correctly gets 25 points, the next gets 24, then 23, then 22, and so on. Multiplying will double the points that you get for the round. You can use that after you've answered. Sometimes there's a bit of strategy involved as to whether or not it's better to multiply or nerf, depending how quickly you've answered and how many people you think got it right. At the end of the round, the 4 players in the danger zone will be eliminated from the game. Everyone else's points will reset, and we will continue with another 5 questions. We'll end up with 6 in the final because of how the danger zone mechanic works, and that's all there is to it. 5 questions on fear coming your way, courtesy of jogging. It's fear. Let's play danger zone. Whispering your answers to Persephone's Twitch bot, if you please. Starting with, in modern social psychology, the apprehensive feeling known as FOMO stands for fear of what? Is it my orangery, missing out, Mike Oldfield, or moon orbits? It's fear of missing out. Everyone who proffered an answer getting that one right, just It's H Games missing out. Clive was fastest, Zeus second. Sam's the third, Matt was fourth, AB was fifth. Hell of a lot of multipliers being played there. Everyone who played their multiplier doubling up their points, so well done. Big point going out there. Yes, fear of missing out, not my orangery, unfortunately. Well then, if you got that, let's reorder the board. Standard danger zone size already, and everyone who's in there, apart from It's H Games, has already got points. Clive at the other end with 50, Zeus in second with 48, Samson's got 46. On we go. Question 2. Upon contracting the viral disease rabies, carriers usually develop an irrational fear of what? Sunlight, people, sound, or water? Silent Marine, welcome to the stream. That would be water, irrational fear of water, sometimes called hydrophobia. Clive was fastest, Sam's the second, Optimat's third, Shapes was fourth, and Jack was fifth. 3 multipliers being played there, Shapes, Optimat's, and Matt, all of them correct, doubling up their points. Very well played, let's reorder the board. Clive retaining the lead on 75, Samson's in second on 70, AB Me is in third on 61. Aaron Ardenfetch, Simpsons Angle, and It's H Games are in the danger zone, but all have still got helps available. The only players outside the danger zone with helps are Prugs, Mantissa, Colo, and Toot. Remember, use them or lose them. They will be refreshed at the end of the round should you survive. On we go. Question 3. The moral panic aimed toward the LGBT community that was propagated during the peak of McCarthyism was named after what colour? Crimson, lavender, umber, or turquoise? It's lavender. It became a... it was... Oh... I read it earlier on. Well, I read it when I proofed it and I didn't save the link. But yes, lavender became a slang term for a gay man, according to what I'm reading now. Lavender Scare, that was it. Lavender Scare was a moral panic about homosexual people in the United States government, which led to their mass dismissal from government service during the mid-20th century. Clive was fastest, Matt was second, Toot was third, Shapes was fourth, and Pozzodan was fifth. Toot and Fetz using their multiplier, both of them correct, getting double points, 46 and 34 respectively, and Mantissa choosing to nerf that question for the free flat rate of 12 points. Most players getting that one right. Let's reorder the board. Clive on a nice round 100. Toot jumping up to second with 84, and it's Topper in third with 78. K-Jarves, Aaron, Stimpson, and it's H. You are in the danger zone. 2 questions to get out of there. 3 of you have still got helps available, as have Prugs and Colo. On we go. Question 4. The main antagonist in the Fear series of video games most closely resembles the villain in which of these horror films? Ring, Poltergeist, Hellraiser, It. Great game, certainly the original. Played it a very, very long time ago. 2005, I want to say the first one came out. It's Ring. She looks like it's a young girl named Alma, who is a little girl with long black hair covering most of her face. Matt the Ref was fastest there. Nando was second. Jack was third. Fetz in fourth, and Topper in fifth. Prue choosing to nerf that question for the flat rate of 12. Very well done. Let's reorder the board. Top 2 getting it wrong. Topper comes within spitting distance of the top spot, but is a point behind Clive, who retains his lead on 100. Topper now in second on 99. Matt's in third with 95. Bit of a gap opening between safety and the danger zone. K-Jarves, Aaron, Stimpson's Angler, and its H games are all in the danger zone, but 3 of them have still got their helps available. Still could all go any direction. One more question on Fear. Here it is. What, Fear, Silent Marine? I haven't played it for a while, I can't remember. The song Fear, of which the lyrics consist entirely of an acrostic of the word fear, was released in 2003 by Ian Brown, the former singer of which band? The Stone Roses, James, Super Furry Animals, or Supergrass? Bit of a tricky one to end on there. It was the Stone Roses. Released by Ian Brown, it reached number 13 in the UK singles charts back in 2003. Shapes was fastest, Samson was second, Mr. Vertigo third, Toot was fourth, and Jack was fifth. Aaron choosing to nerf down that one for a free 12 points. Is it going to be enough to overtake Mantissa and possibly the Bassoonist as well, with K-Jars getting 18? Not sure, we'll have to see. Stimpson's Angle did play the multiplier, but unfortunately was wrong on that one. Its H Games, I think, has abstained from the round, will be eliminated as a matter of course. And Colo doesn't get a free help, he still only gets 1 in the next round, but he's managed to go through the round and finish, as of right now, without having to use it. Let's reorder the board and check out the scores at the end of round 1. K-Jarves jumping out of the danger zone and getting through to the next round on 42. Very well played. Jack finishes on top with 108. Toot in second with 106. And it's Shapes in third with 102. You 3 will receive a little boost going into the next round. And you'll be joined there by Clive, Topper, Matt, ABME, Samston, Nando, Colo, Fetz, Mr. Vertigo, Prues, Lupine, Dan, Shadowmane, Stilgar, Bassoonist, Opsmats, Zeus, and K-Jarves, all of whose points will reset to 0. Congratulations. You are through to round 2. We will see you there. Unfortunately, though, we do have to say goodbye to some people. Mantissa, Erin, Stimpson's Angle, and its H Games, thank you very much for playing, but it is the end of the round. You are in the danger zone, which means we have to say goodbye. So there we have a Boneyard now. There is still a medal for Boneyard. The player with the most correct answers who finishes not in live play will get a medal, and then there's a gold, silver, and bronze for the top 3 in the main game as well. Because we started with 25 players, it was 4 in that first round, and from here on out it is going to be 5 players per round, which will leave us with exactly 6 going into the final. Scores have been reset. Jack starting with 10 now, Toot with 7, and Shapes with 5 as we go on to round 2. We've had Fear, and now it's time for Secret. 5 questions on the subject of Secret. Multiply your... if you are still in live play, then your helps have been refreshed. You can use one or both of... One or not... Sorry. You can use one or the other, not both, of either the multiplier or the nerf. Multiplier will, of course, double your points as before, and nerf will give you a flat rate of 10 points this round, half the number of remaining players rounded down. Me use either once per round, but not both, is what I was trying to say. Whispering all your answers to the bot as before. At the end of this round, we will lose another 5 players, which will leave us with 16. The subject is secret. Let's play Danger Zone. Secret object or location in a video game, which can often be self-referential or allude to other popular media, is known as a what? Thanksgiving turkey, Easter egg, Christmas cake, Sunday roast. See you green on the left.
Although it's H Games, I think. Maybe not here.
Everyone who played it getting it right. It's an Easter egg. It was a weird way I said Easter egg. That's the way Boris Johnson might say it. Clive was fastest, Toot was second, Matt was third, Dan was fourth, and Fetz was fifth. Hell of a lot of multipliers being played on this one, and all of them getting it right, double points. Could be an interesting start to the round. Let's reorder the board. Around Mantissa maintaining the crown, and it's just the slowest players who are in the danger zone, and the ones who didn't use their nerfs by the looks of it. Stilgar, Kjars, Prugs, Colo, and the Bassoonist all in the danger zone. Prugs, Colo, and Bassoonist still with your helps available, as has Jack, Fett, Topper, Shape, Samster, and Opsimat. Toot at the top, Clive in second, Matt's in third. On we go, question number 2. Loads of time yet, Stilgar, don't worry about it. Although you want to be out of the danger zone as much as you can. Owing to his private exploits, the Marquis de Sade gives his name to which English word? Sadness, sadism, satire, saddle. Mr. Fox, good evening. Welcome, Ramsey. Hope you're doing well. It's sadism. The only reason I know that is from when we did Little Shop of Horrors in year 12, I think. I think I was year 12. The dentist song. You'll be a dentist. There's a line in it. Who wants their teeth checked by the Marquis de Sade? It's the only reason I know that one. Obviously then proofing it confirmed that. But yes, sadism is what we wanted there. Interesting block of players getting it wrong. 3 to 7 all getting it wrong. Everyone else getting it right. Clive was fastest. Topper second. Fetz third. Shapes fourth. Prugs fifth. Topper and Shapes using a multiplier on there. Both correct for 1436 respectively. And Bassoonist going for the nerf and the flat rate of 10 points. Well played. Let's reorder the board. So yeah, just something I should add. If you get to the final round, every time you've appeared in the danger zone will count against you on your opening score. So do bear that in mind. You want to stay out of the danger zone as much as possible because it can come back to bite you a bit later on. Mantissa with the crown in the boneyard. Toot and Clive currently leading the pack with 63. Toppers in second with 52. Shapes has got 46. Opsimat, welcome to the stream. Good to have you here. Still got Opsimat, Colo, Kjars, and the Bassoonist currently in the danger zone. Is not the only reason you know about sadism. No, it's the only reason you know about the Marquis de Sade, though, Clive. Dentist is a good villain song. The whole show is brilliant. I love Little Shop. Let's play on. Question number 3. Who wrote the 1911 novel The Secret Garden? Francis Hodgson Burnett, Somerset Maugham, Karen Blixen, or Ian Forster? Francis Hodgson Burnett. I think we read that in primary school. Long time ago. Toot was fastest. Opsimat second. Zeus in third. Shapes was fourth. Prugs was fifth. Samster, Prugs, and Opsimat all multiplying there. All correct. Doubling up to 32, 34, and 40 respectively. Yeah, whispers can be a bit strange sometimes if Twitch is doing its sneezy thing. Sometimes. Before we play Danger Zone again, I don't think we're playing it again this season. Before we play it again, it will be resolved because it won't be relying on Twitch anymore. Well played. Francis Hodgson Burnett was the answer. Let's reorder the board. Optimat zooming out of the danger zone up to 6th place there. Very well played. Colo, AB Mish, still got Kjars and the Bassoonist now in the danger zone. Colo has still got a help available. Nando wants to probably be looking over his shoulder because a correct answer and a fast multiplier from Colo could displace Nando into the danger zone with only 2 questions to go. It's a scary place to be. Toots at the top, Clive's in second, Shapes is in third. 84, 74, 64. Very pleasing. On we go. Question 4. Which of these does not appear on the crest of the Bullingdon Club? A horse, a flag at full mast, a top hat, or a wicket? Bullingdon Club, of course, a very secret club, exclusive club from Is it Oxford or is it Eton? I think it's Oxford. Oxford University Bullingdon Club, where initiation historically has included burning £50 notes in front of homeless people. Yeah, it will not surprise you to hear that former Prime Minister Alexander Boris de Pfeffel Johnson and David Cameron were both members of the aforementioned Bullingdon Club. Topper was fastest, Nando was second, Toot was third, Shadowmane fourth, Lupine was fifth. Fetch just choosing to nerf on that one for the flat rate of 10 points. It's a top hat is the answer. There is a horse, I think it's a horse rider actually. A wicket set of cricket stumps are there, and there is a flag at full mast, but there is no top hat on the crest of the Bullingdon Club. Let's reorder the board. Oxford, a bunch of marauding schoolboys from Eton would be a very different prospect. That would be a very different sort of Bullingdon Club, wouldn't it? As soon as the words came out of my mouth, I realised my error. Toots at the top, Shapes in second, Clive is in third, just a point ahead of Topper. Down in the danger zone, Matt, AV Me, still got K-Jarves and the Bassoonist, but just a point separating Matt and Colo. But Colo has still got his multiplier, as has Jack, who is also towards the bottom end of the non-danger zone players. Matt, who opened this round in third place, has dropped into the danger zone, I think, for the first time. Let's see if he can get out of there on this final question on Secret. Here it is. A nice score for Shadowmane, very much so, Shadow. Betsy Gate was a 2002 scandal surrounding which politician and the pay received by his secretary, who was also his wife. David Davis, Kenneth Clark, William Hague, Ian Duncan Smith. I'll say Sir Ian Duncan Smith. For shame. Ian Duncan Smith was the correct answer. Yes, this was 2002, precursor to the expenses scandal, I believe, where Ian Duncan Smith paid his secretary, who also happened to be his wife. And fast forward 21 years, and now we have Nadine Dorries not appearing in Parliament whilst employing her two daughters to be secretaries at a total expense to the taxpayer of around about £160,000. Banana Republican, all but name. #politics. We now go over to our political correspondent, Jack Wolford. Why did Jack nerf? It's his thing. That's a very good question. No, she did resign, and then didn't. So she said she was resigning, but to actually resign from Parliament, Jack is typing faster than he's ever typed in his life. To actually resign from Parliament, there's a procedure you have to go through, and she hasn't done that, so she is still on the payroll, as it were. Worked out by elimination, but I'd rather just nerf it. Yeah, it's fair if you've got the help right there to possibly secure your place into the next round, Jack. Yes, Ian Duncan Smith is what we wanted. Clive fastest, Zeus second, Sam's the third, Matt was fourth, may have booked his place into the next round, and Optimat was fifth, and just Jack using a nerf there. Could be an interesting read here. Not sure what's going to happen here with Colo, Ardenfetz, Jack, Matt. Everyone who got it wrong in the danger zone will be eliminated as a matter of course. Let's reorder the board and find out. Matt shoots up to 12th, and Colo drops into the danger zone. Not a cat, welcome to the stream. Yeah, she's still waiting to find out why the nomination for a peerage was rejected before doing so, but no one is entitled to a peerage, you know? I mean, if I just didn't turn up to work for a year, I'd have been fired, at best case scenario, 9 months ago, if I just stopped turning up. I mean, it's an obscene system where people have voted and they can't be removed. It's just ridiculous, and I'm not going to get cross about it. Colo... He's played without using a help, but it has left him in the danger zone, which means he will be eliminated. But of course, you can continue playing in the Boneyard. Mantissa with the crown at the moment. We'll see if that changes in a minute. Toot finishes on top with 103. Clive's in second with 95. And Shapes picks up third with 79. You three will get a little boost going into round 3. And you'll be joined there by Samsa, Topper, Optimat, Prugs, Shadowmane, Zeus, both finishing on a very nice score. Mr. Vertigo, Lupine, Matt, Jack, Puzzledan, Nando, and Fetz, all of whose scores will be reset to 0. In a gay bar, I am second bottom. Very nice, K-Jarves. Unfortunately, though, for Colo, AV Me, Stilgar, K-Jarves, and the Bassoonist, we do have to lose 5 players. I'm afraid for you 5, it is the end of the round. You are in the danger zone, which means we have to say goodbye. I said goodbye. There we go. Focus on the right window. Colo taking the crown in the Boneyard quite comfortably up to 9 points now. And once again, the danger zone will encompass 5 people. Goes alphabetical, so there's not much point in saying the names there at the moment, because that'll all change moving forward. But Toot starts with 8, Clive for 5, Shapes for 4, everyone else going back down to 0. We've had 2 rounds, we've got 2 to go before the final. On we go to round number 3. Oh. The category is O. Whisper M, after submitting to double your points, if you're still in live play, you have got your helps refreshed. You can use either help once per round, but not both. Raid message, someone remind me at the end, is probably just going to be, oh. Whisper N to nerf the question. Nerfing of this round gives you 8 points, half the number of live players. 16. Round don't need to round down in this case because it's an even number, which is very pleasing. But we will lose 5 of you, which will leave 11 going into the next round. Keep answering if you're in the boneyard because pennies and potential medals still available as well. The category is oh. Let's play Danger Zone. Yeah, they will, Shapes. That's very true. What is the name of the American candy bar that shares its name with writer William Sidney Porter's pen name? O. Henry, O. Richard, O. Edward, O. George. So abstaining on that one. O. Henry. His name is actually O without the H, and then Henry spelled the normal way. Oh! Confusing noises as Yoshi comes in with a raid. Welcome, Yoshi and Raiders. With the Danger Zone raid noise as we're playing Danger Zone is always a moment of confusion, but welcome on in, gang. Lovely to see you. Meep, hello. Hello indeed. Lovely to have you, Yoshi. Thank you very much for that raid. Come and join us. No anytime entry, I'm afraid, on Danger Zone, but stick around. We've got the Purge and the Abyss coming up a bit later on. You'd be most welcome to join us. Welcome on in, Raiders. O. Henry was the answer. Samster was fastest. Lupai second. Nando third. Dan was fourth, and Fetz was fifth. 5 multipliers being played there, all of whom played them, getting them right. Samster, Dan, Lupine, Arden, Fetz, and Nando. And Mr. Vertigo choosing to nerf that one for the flat rate of 8. Let's reorder the board. Thanks to the boost at the start, Toot has avoided dropping into the Danger Zone. But we've got 3 players there with no score. But all 5 have still got their helps available, as have Clive, Shapes, Prudes, Jack, and Toot. Sam's at the top, Lupine's in second, Nando's in third. Here's question 2. All these TV series have included some involvement from Phoebe Waller-Bridge, but which one did Sandra Oh star in? Killing Eve, Crashing, Fleabag, or Run? Killing Eve. My wife is watching it intermittently at the moment, so I've seen it in the background. Apparently it's something I'd quite like. I get that a lot. We're watching 2 shows at the moment. We're watching Manifest together, and I'm watching Painkiller, which is a new one with Matthew Broderick, which is really good, actually. I'm really enjoying it. Yeah. Maybe Toot's got a bit of a disconnection thing going on. Maybe we'll see if he reappears in due course. Optimax was fastest there. Mr. Vertigo was second. Dan was third. Jack was fourth. Nando was fifth. And Optimax and Jack both playing multipliers there for double points. And it's Prugs playing a nerf there for the flat rate of 8 points. Well played. Answer was Killing Eve. Let's reorder the board. If I focus on the right window. Topper, Toot, Shadowmane, Zeus, and Matt in the Danger Zone, but all 5 still with helps available. Clive and Shapes also with help available. Samster's at the top, Nando and Dan in joint second, and Lupine's currently in third. On we go, question 3. More reflex than intellect there. Which of these US states does not border Ohio? Iowa, Michigan, West Virginia, or Kentucky?
Bernie taste is going now.
Oh, goodness me. Just 2 getting it right. Shadowmane fastest, Ardenfett second, and everyone else was wrong. Bassoonist as well in the boneyard. It's Iowa. Iowa is a little bit further west. I'm just going to check this just in case something's gone wrong on the pack deserialization, but I did double check this. Iowa. What was the question? Does not border Ohio. Where is Ohio? Yeah, Ohio. You've got Indiana to the west, Kentucky to the south, West Virginia to the southwest, Pennsylvania to the northwest, and Lake Erie to the north. Yeah, Iowa's a little bit further over, bordering Wisconsin, Illinois, Missouri, Kansas, Nebraska, South Dakota, and Minnesota. Well done, Fetz and Shadowmane getting that one right. Oh, we've got a Bork in the background. An annoyed dog. Take me home, country roads. Very much a thing I need to... Yeah, US states. I sort of know the broad strokes mainly from the last US election, I have to say. But, yeah, it's not something I like being quizzed on necessarily. Let's reorder the board. Shadowmane escaping the danger zone and throwing Prugs in there. Shadowmane still with a help available as well, as has Shapes and Clive. Prugs, Topper, Toot, Zeus, and Matt now occupying the danger zone, all with a help other than Prug. Saps are still on top. Nando and Puzzle Dan still in second. Ardenfet's in third with 39. 2 questions to go this round. Let's move on to question 4. Illinois and Indiana between the two. Quite right. But forming a white crystalline solid, a basic molecule of which of these chemical compounds contains the most hydroxide, that's OH, atoms, with 6? Is it xenic acid, telluric acid, phosphoric acid, or sulfuric acid? Good chemistry question there. Nice to see the chemistry teacher getting it right. Matt was fastest, Toot was second, Dan was third, Proof's fourth, Lupine was fifth. 2 nerfs coming in on that one, Shadowmane and Clive nerfing for the flat rate of 8, and Matt multiplying on that one and doubling up. And as the fastest player, going from last place, he is going to shoot up the board. Matt revising his chemistry there and multiplying as well. Very well played. Telluric acid has got 6 OH and 2 HO atoms attached to it. I didn't know, but easy enough to rule out C and D. Yeah, that's fair. Very well played. If you got that one right, let's reorder the board. Matt goes zoom from 16th up to 8th, climbing halfway up the board to sit with 32 points. Dan takes the top spot now, 54. Samps is in second with 53. And Lupine's in third with 48. Dan in the total Hail Mary. Well, it worked out for you, Matt. Down in the danger zone, Shapes, 2, Mr. Vertigo, Topper, and Zeus. 4 out of 5 have still got helps available. This is still wide open. 32 points available for this question, which means Zeus could finish on 39 as the lowest player. Even Mr. Vertigo could also get up to 39 with a correct first answer. So it's not written yet. The final chapter has not been written. It will be after this question. Question 5. Take a look. The Otani rule, named after the LA Angels player Shohei Otani, applies to people who play in what role in baseball? First baseman, shortstop, catcher, or designated hitter? Tricky little baseball question in there. Designated hitter was the answer. I looked it up when I proofed it, and I've since forgotten everything, but it does check it. It's designated hitter and the pitcher as well, I think it affects. For anyone who is interested... Otani rule. A rule that allows the pitcher to be assigned to the designated hitter spot in the batting order and to remain as a designated hitter even if replaced on the mound by another pitcher, whatever that means. Matt was fastest, Topper was second, Lupine third, Jack was fourth, and Fetz was fifth. 2 multipliers, Topper and Zeus. Topper was correct, Zeus was not, which means Zeus is going to be set in stone and eliminated. 2 nerfs also coming in there, Toot and Shapes, both for the flat rate of 8. Have they done enough to surpass Shadowmane, Prugs, and possibly Optimat? Would be Shadowmane and Prugs, the 2 they're looking at, but with Topper potentially coming up quite a long way as well, maybe Optimat has something to be worried about too. Let's reorder the board and find out what happened. Optimat survives by 1 point, as does Shapes, but it's Toot who comes in a little too late, who stays in the danger zone and finishes atop, tied with Prugs and tied with Shadowmane. My goodness me, that's an unfortunate end to the round. Oh, very sad for 2 Prugs and Shadowmane. The 3 tied at the top of the danger zone with 31 points, just behind Optimat and Shapes on 32 and Clive on 33. Goodness me, that is a very close endgame, but no ties required. And it is going to be those 3 that drop, along with Mr. Vertigo and Zeus. Meanwhile, Lupine finishes atop with 62. Dan's in second with 54, and Samster in third with 53. You 3 will get a little boost going into the next round, and you'll be joined there by Ardenfetz, Matt the Ref, Jack Wilfred, Topper, Nando, Clive, Shapes, and Optimat, all of whose scores will be reset to 0. However, unfortunately, we do have to lose 5 players. Toot, Prug, Shadowmane, Mr. Vertigo, and Zeus. I'm afraid it is the end of the round. You are in the danger zone, which means we have to say goodbye. Off you go, and Kolo's still the king of the boneyard at the moment, but he's being encroached upon by AB Me, just a point behind, and Toot and Prugs just 2 points behind. We'll keep a close eye on that as they battle it out for the boneyard crown over the course of the rest of the game. Lupine starting on 5, Dan on 3, Samster on 2, everyone else resets to 0. We've got 11 players left in live play. We will lose another 5 at the end of this round, leaving us 6 for the final, and the next round is Vessel. You have got helps for the final time. You don't get helps in the final. A nerf is worth 5 points in this round, and you can use either help once per round, but not both. So once you've used one, you can't use it again. M to double your points after you've answered, N to get rid of the question and take 5 free points. Of course, 5 points is not as much as it was at the beginning, but of course there are fewer players, which means the high score per question is only 11, 22 if you're multiplying. So much tighter boundaries to work around. The category is vessel. Where on earth could this be going? Let's find out. Let's play Danger Zone. In a science lab, an Erlenmeyer flask is known as what in the UK? Is it a volumetric flask, a test tube, a conical flask, or a beaker? Oh, it's a conical flask. Trixie won there, and the science teacher getting this one wrong. Puzzle Dan was right for 11, Shapes was second for 10, and everyone else getting it wrong. Colo getting it right in the boneyard, though, retaining his crown and extending his lead up to 12. The answer was a conical flask. Erlenmeyer. It's a good word. Let's reorder the board. Now, for the first time, we see the orange strap in the Danger Zone because we have got a tie. We cannot finish with a tie. Hopefully, we'll resolve that before the end of the round. We can only lose 5 players, but everyone in there with 0. Everyone's still with their help available as we play on to question number 2. You'd think he'd know that, Zeus. You'd think he would. What is purportedly said to be in construction by the Australian company Blue Star Line? St. Bernard Express 2, Titanic 2, Concorde 2, or USS Missouri 2? A clue in the name if you know your history. White Star Line operated the Titanic, and allegedly the Blue Star Line are in constructing Titanic 2. Samson was fastest, Clive was second, Jack third, Nando fourth, Topper was fifth. 7 multipliers coming out in that round. Samson to Clive, Dan, Lupine, Nando, Matt, and Jack. All of them correct as well. Very well played. Let's reorder the board. And we've resolved the tie, but it's still very close around the line. Lupine, Topper, Matt, Ardenfetz, and Opsimat all in the Danger Zone. 3 of them with a help still available. Shapes at the bottom of the live players, but the only one in green with a help available. Dan's at the top, Samson's in second, Clive's in third. Let's go on. Question 3. This is horrible. When has that stopped anyone? It's the largest metaphor hits iceberg again. Question 3. The water carrier that represents the astrological sign Aquarius is named after which moon of Jupiter? Is it Ganymede, Io, Europa, or Titan? Named for the Greek figure Ganymedes. I think it's Greek figure. It's Greek or Roman? I think with Medes would probably be Greek. Ganymede was the answer. Titan, of course, a moon of Saturn. Io and Europa are moons of Jupiter, but not the right answers. Matt was fastest. Dan was second. Optimat third. Shapes was fourth. Nando was fifth. No helps being used in that round. Kola continues to extend his lead by 3 points in the boneyard up to 14. Interesting. Let's reorder the board. No ties, but Matt moving to the top of the boneyard, just a point behind Jack, who's currently safe with 18. Dan's at the top with 36, Samson in second with 24, Shapes in third with 23, and with a help available. Tied with Nando also on 23, but no help. Optimath, Topper, and Ardenfetz have all got helps available. Lupine and Matt do not, but are higher up the Danger Zone. Very, very interesting board at this point as we go into question number 4. 2 to go in this round. Take a look at this. What condition causes the creation of new blood vessels in the circulatory system? Phlebitis, angiogenesis, thrombosis, or Berger's disease?
Tricky one. Angiogenesis was the answer. Causes
creation of new blood vessels. I almost had a dispute, but didn't raise it when I finished reading through my citations, that it's not actually a condition, it's sort of a process, but it's a condition. It's not something you want, so condition is valid syntax in this context. Samson was fastest, Optimat was second, and Shapes was third, and they're the only 3 who got it. Topper multiplying here, but getting it wrong, hoping for a bit of a Hail Mary out of the Danger Zone. He is going to have to find some miracle on this last question. Optimat also playing the multiplier and was correct, doubling up to 20 points. That is going to be big help for them coming out of the Danger Zone. Let's reorder the board. Indeed, Optimath jumps up to 4th place into a nice comfortable position. Are they guaranteed safe with 11 points available? Yeah, yes, I think so. Jack could potentially tie. But I don't think players behind can get enough. Shape still with the help. Ardenfett still with the help. Ardenfett could get 22 here, but isn't going to be... no, sorry, that is definitely going to be enough. So Fetz could get out of the danger zone here. Topper cannot get out of the danger zone. Lupine still can. So all riding on this last question for everyone other than Topper. Dan's still at the top with 36. Samster a point behind in second, and Shapes in third with 32. Remember, no boosts going into the final round. But let's see what happens with question number 5. Vessel, a video sharing competitor to YouTube that closed down in 2016, less than 2 years after its launch, was founded by the former executives of which other streaming service? Was it Crunchyroll, Netflix, Paramount Plus, or Hulu? It was Hulu was the answer. The Hulu executives formed Vessel. It wasn't very successful. Ardenfetz was first, Samps was second, Nando was third, and they're the only 3 who got it right in the main game. Shapes and Fetz both multiplying. Fetz was correct. Shapes was wrong. Now, this is going to be very interesting. Fetz was at the bottom, but we did the maths and worked out that because they had 6 or 7, I think, and there was potential of 22 points, they could get out of the danger zone. It looks like they may very well have done that and thrown Clive under the bus. The answer was Hulu. Fetz, have you done enough to get out of the danger zone? Is Clive going to have some tears? Let's reorder the board. He is indeed. Clive drops into the danger zone on that last question and is going to be eliminated. Fetz with the apology in chat. Hey, that's how you play this game. That is the great thing about this game. You can have big swings very, very quickly. And at the end of round number 4, Samster finishes on top with 45. Dan in second with 36 and telling me it's his first danger zone final. Have a honk. Very many congratulations to you, Dan. And it's Shapes and Nando who tie in third with 32. They're also going to be joined in the final by Optimats and by skin of his teeth after a fabulous final answer there, Ardenfetz on 28. It does mean at the end of round 4 we have got to lose another 5 players. These are some big names getting dropped at this point in the game, but it is a tough game to get all the way to the end. But Clive, Jack, Matt, Lupine and Topper, some names in there, I tell you what. But unfortunately it is the end of the round. You are in the danger zone, which means we have to say goodbye. Kolo retaining his crown. Jack, AB Me, Toot, Bruce, still got, and Lupine, all on 12 out of 20 and wanting a piece of the action, but it's Kolo 2 points ahead, looking dead set on that Boneyard crown, but he's got 5 more questions first. And so we come to the final. Shapes and Samster both starting on 13. Nando and Dan both starting on 10. Ardenfet's on 5 and Optimath's on 3. This is calculated by the number of correct answers you've gotten across the course of the game, minus the number of times you've appeared in the danger zone. So if, for example, Shapes had got 15 out of 20 and he's been in the danger zone twice, it means he starts on 13, which is exactly what's happened there, just to explain how those starter scores are calculated. And it's time for the danger zone final. It's general knowledge. Multipliers and nerfs are inactive, so it is all on what you know and how quickly you can answer. 6 points for the first to get it right, then 5, then 4, then 3, then 2, then 1. Simple as that. Whoever has got the most points at the end will be declared the champion. If we have a tie at the top, then we will go to a tiebreaker for the gold medal. It's the only game where we tie-break the gold medal, I think. Everything else will share medals for ties at the top. All the other medals will be shared if we have a tie, but not the gold. So at the moment, Shapes and Samster looking to battle each other out for this gold medal, but a lot can change. There's 30 points available over the course of the next 5 questions. It's general knowledge. I wish all 6 of you the very best of luck, and everyone in the Boneyard as well. Let's play Danger Zone. Here at the essay on literary criticism, The Death of the Author. Was it Roland Barthes, John Updike, Susan Sontag, or Patricia Beer? Oh! Blimey O'Reilly, a tough literary question to start, and it's only Shapes getting it right and 2 in the Boneyard. Shapes is going to get 6 points, Extenders League. Everyone else is going to lead. Everyone else is going to stay exactly where they are. To summarise the death of the author in about 3 sentences, it's basically this. I really like Harry Potter, but J.K. Rowling is a TERF. How can I reconcile these 2 points of view? Is an example of what the death of the author is about. How can you continue to like the output? Is that not it? Well, that's the very simplified version, Clive. That's my understanding of death of the author. It's how can you reconcile the art of something with the other bad flaws that said person has. Is that not what it is? I thought that's what it is. I'm willing to be educated though, Clive, so I look forward to this chat a bit later on. Let's reorder the board. Not that it requires much reordering. We're just going to move Toot up into second place in the Boneyard, just a point behind Colo. No, not at all. Is it not? Oh, okay, fine. Well, turns out I don't know anything. Let's go on. Question 2. In ice hockey, which of these events can end a penalty violation before the full 2 minutes has been served? A penalty offence for the other team, a short-handed goal, an end-of-period horn, or a power play goal? More the author's intention is irrelevant to your interpretation. Okay, that works as well. Yeah, that's fair. Maybe I've been watching, maybe I'm just sort of taking Lindsay Ellis as my inspiration on the whole death of the author. She's done a couple of video essays on it. It's a power play goal. Explanation from jogging here. A power play goal, a goal scored by the team without or less players, currently in the sin bin, immediately ends the advantage and the penalty ends. The other events do not affect the penalty time in any way unless the game ends. Dan was fastest, Nando was second, and just the 2 in the main game getting it right. Colo and Toot both getting it in the Boneyard, as is AB Me, so we've now got 15, 14, 13, 13, 12, 12, 12. So it's a player is sent off. Ah, very good. Let's reorder the board, see what's happened. Shapes in the top with 19. Dan's in second with 16. Nando's in third with 15. Samson on 13. Fet's on 5. Opsmath still on 3. 3 questions to go. This could be a very interesting game. Question 3. Take a look. Which of these products was not endorsed by a host of The Apprentice? Amstrad Emailer, Planet Hollywood, Internet.org, or Trump Steaks? Sam's the first, Shape second, Optimat fourth. Everyone else was wrong there. Internet.org was the answer. Amstrad was endorsed by Alan Sugar. Trump Steaks, obviously, by Donald Trump. And Planet Hollywood, I'm not sure on, actually. I can't remember what it said. Jogging will tell us. Scary 50-50. Oh, it was one of Zuck's. Zuck's initiatives. Oh, Schwarzenegger. Of course, Schwarzenegger hosted The Apprentice. And yeah, Internet.org was one of Zuck's. But Scary 50-50, I think, for a lot of people there, Internet.org or Planet Hollywood. Possibly the 2 you might have narrowed it down to. Let's reorder the board, see what's happened. Samson managing to shuffle up to second with 2 questions to go. Shapes retaining the lead with 24. Dan still in third with 16, just a point ahead of Nando on 15. There's 12 points still up for grabs, which means Optimat could still tie with Samster, and Arden Fetz could still eke out third place, technically. All eyes on the top 4, though, at the moment for that top spot, with 12 to go. Question 4, take a look. At by Gum Mailer. Barititsu, or Baritsu, an English martial art and self-defense method considered forgotten, was revitalized thanks to its inclusion in a 1903 book by which author? Virginia Woolf, Rudyard Kipling, Arthur Conan Doyle, Joseph Conrad. Just Shapes getting it, and I think with that he's got the game in the bags. Arthur Conan Doyle. Book was Sherlock Holmes, of course. Colo getting it right, and Colo now guaranteeing at least a shared Boneyard medal, if not one in and of itself. But I think Shapes has solidified himself the gold there as the only one to get that one right. Let's reorder the board. He has indeed, only 6 points available. Shapes cannot be caught. Best Samson can hope for is a 25 here, so Shapes is going to take the gold. But the race is on for silver between Samster, Dan and Nando, and a bronze medal available as well. And of course, we don't have their degree over here, so one of either Samster, Dan or Nando is going to be very upset. Optimat and Ardenfets can't hope to place at this point. Kola guaranteed a Boneyard medal, but whether it's shared with Toot, this question will decide. Very well done to Shapes, but we do play out question number 5. Here it is. Which UK Pride March celebrated its 50th anniversary earlier this month? Liverpool, Brighton, Norwich or Manchester? The march was in June. I think it was Pride Month is June, I think. The anniversary of Brighton Pride, the 50th anniversary, is this month. Brighton was the answer. Nando getting it right first, Shapes getting it for 5, and Colo getting it right as well, which means he's going to secure his Boneyard medal on his own. Manchester's Pride is next week. Very nice, thank you, Proogs. Let's reorder the board for the final time and take a look at the final scores. It's Colo who takes the Boneyard medal with 18 out of 25. A big Dan from Samster. Dan, you were so close to medaling there, my dude. Splendid performance all the same. But it's Colo who takes the Boneyard medal. Ardenfets finishing with 5 in the final in 6th. Optimat in 5th with 7 points. Dan just missing out on a medal there by 3 points, 16 points in the final. Dev, welcome to the stream, my dude. Oh, Dan, what a great performance, though. Absolutely sterling work there, and very well played, but no medal this time. Give yourself a fair degree and make one for yourself, absolutely. It's Samster with 19 points in the final who takes the bronze medal. Very well played, Samster. It's Nando who's going to take the silver with 21 in the final. Well done to you. But a very respectable top spot, 35 in the final round. And a gold medal for DangerZone goes to We Like Shapes. You talk to me about copyright infringement, Topper. How many times have you taken music that's featured in games on my side? But it's also not copyright infringement because it's public domain. And Shapes, I've got some news for you, my dude. Shapes, that is your first DangerZone gold. Huge congratulations. That goes in the cabinet with your 1 silver, 2 bronze, and 4 Boneyard DangerZone medals. That is your first gold, Shapes. Huge congratulations. First time I've ever won one of the big 3 games on this stream. What are the big 3? There are big 3? What, the Thor, Iron Man, and Captain America of game night? What are they? DangerZone, The Purge, and The Escape Artist? What are the big 3? I would say probably those 3, maybe. DangerZone, Escape Artist, yeah, DangerZone, Escape Artist, and Purge. Yeah, they probably are the big 3. Well, it's your first gold in DangerZone, Shape, so many congratulations to you there. Let's take a look at Nando's medal cabinet. Let's be a bit nosy. Incidentally, you can go and check out your medals at persephoneshare.com/pennies. Fluid Fernando, that is your second DangerZone silver to go with the other silver and the bronze. And Samster, let's take a look at your medal cabinet, shall we? Struggle under the weight of it. That is your 11th gold medal. No, it's your. Sorry, you've got 10 gold medals. I assumed you had gold. You don't. It's your 6th bronze medal, Samster in DangerZone. So very well played on that. And Colo, how many Boneyard medals have you got now? Let's take a little look, shall we? Colo. That's your 6th Boneyard medal, Colo. Lovely stuff. Violently shaking. Passing the latter still in development. Yeah, quite. Showdown, Steeplechase, and the Gatekeeper, and Blockbuster. Millionaire. That would be an interesting conversation. Which are the big 3? I have my own ideas. I'll look at my stream deck in a minute and try and figure that out. Yeah, if you go, Matt, if you go to... oh, no, not that one. Persephoneshare.com/pennies. Steve says that is a question gauntlet. Tier after stream. Yeah, I'm well up for doing some tier lists. If someone wants to set that up on Rankify or whatever the thing is, do some tier lists. How much you enjoy them. My soul is prepared. If anyone wants to set that up and pop it over in the Discord, that'd be awesome. Discord is right there. Yeah, go on. I can take it. I can take the criticism. Top is already on it. Good stuff. For everyone else in the Boneyard, times your score by 10. That's how many pennies you'll get. And if you want to go and check out your medal cabinets over there, persephoneshare.com/pennies, where you can see the penny readout and the medals. It won't include medals from this game until afterwards because I've got to push the JSON file up to the repository, but I will do that post-stream, but it will have everything up to the start of this stream. If you want to know your current penny count, it's !pennies in chat, and pennies from this game will be credited when I roll the credits. Can I say a huge thanks to Jogging? What a really great pack and a lovely start to the evening right there. It's nice to see a game played inside 45 minutes as well. It's only just coming up to 9 o'clock. Really great stuff, Jogging. Thank you very much for the pack. Really, really, really fun. Very fair, I think, and some good scores coming out of that, and some very, very tight scores in places, which is always a sign of good pack. So really great job. Thank you very much, Mr. Jogging. I'm going to take a little break. I'm going to go refill my glass. I suggest you do the same. Maybe go and stretch your legs. I'll play some adverts during the break, but we won't start the next game without you. So if you're not subscribed, don't worry. The adverts will stop before we go into our next game, which is The Purge by Purge, which means I need to put my desk into standing mode. Very much looking forward to this one. It's a little trickier, not massively, still all very fair and accessible, but I think it's slightly harder than this pack here, which I think is a good thing because you want a bit of balance in the different trivia that you've got. So The Purge coming up after the break. I do hope you'll join me for that. And then a bit later on, probably in about an hour's time, we have got The Abyss by me. Very friendly questions by me. I think it's quite an easy pack, but they are new questions. It's not a recycled game. If there's any reason why it might be a recycled game. No reason that we're playing a spontaneous Abyss later on. No reason whatsoever. Stick around if you want to find out what that reason is a bit later on. That's the end of Danger Zone. We'll go for a break. Thanks again to Jogging. Congratulations to Colo, to Samson, Nando and Shapes, and to everyone else for playing. I hope you've had fun with Danger Zone. I will see you after the break. Let's give it a major third to finish on a positive note rather than an open fifth. Time for a little break, gang. We'll go to the BRB screen. I can stop the build. I can move Jogging's pack into the use folder and save the build. Let's close down Danger Zone 3 and we'll give you some danger pennies. And I'm feeling generous, so you can have 86. It's normally random, but I can also set it. Danger 86 if you want 86 bonus pennies. We're going for a break. When we come back, it will be The Purge by Prudes. I do hope you will join me for that. In the interim, get yourself a drink, go stretch your legs, and we'll be back in about 5 minutes' time. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back.
I'm in trouble, black carpet, I see trouble. Man, I'm not gonna get home. Black carpet, I'm so dizzy. Black carpet, please get busy. Oh, nothing to get home. Black carpet, I'm in trouble. I'm so dizzy. Please get busy. Man, I'm not gonna get home. it. I'm in trouble. I'm so dizzy. Please get civil. Oh, now I'm not gonna get home.
Welcome back to the second part of this evening's game night, where it is time for the Purge. The word new is doing an awful lot of heavy lifting in those opening titles, isn't it? I'm stood up, the lights are off, and it's time for the Purge. Welcome Pirate Pygmy, Lottieburst, Mr. Gamerman, welcome to the stream, great to have you with us. Hope you're keeping well. Come and join for the Purge by Purge. Good pack, this one. Tricky in places, but definitely good. Let's get you all in. This one has got anytime entry, but if you join late, you won't get a podium. You'll only be able to play in the background game. Also, full warning, after question number 1, the bot will spam the chat with everyone's name because of an oversight in the programming. I've just realised I've had to adjust the mic so it's facing the right direction. I'm hoping that it's picking me up okay. Yeah, due to an oversight in how it works, it prints out the first time you answer a question from the background game, and the easiest way to retrofit the background game into this was to effectively treat it as a completely separate game. This is on the shortlist for recreation. I did start it, and then I got distracted by something. I think I went to remake Face Off actually, so abandoned. But maybe I did Face Off first and then went to the Purge, and then I can't remember what I did. It might have been Buzz Off. Something distracted me from it anyway. And now I've got a new template, so it'll be being started again in due course. But it's not the one I'm working on at the moment. Current retrofit project is a different game, which I'm not going to say anything about because maybe it'll just turn up one day, and it'll be fun. So there's 28 of you in so far. Room for a few more if you would like to come and play the Purge. Do some more lights in your office. Perhaps you could be NECN lights. Maybe. That's the room code. The lights in here they do leave a bit to be desired. This looks like I have a bright idea, but it's all LED lighting now. But the thing is, it's really small, and it gets to like, well, it's really small. It's big enough to, it's like half of the space is the desk, and there's the airing cupboard as well, which takes up a lot of room. So, and it already gets frightfully warm in here. I've got the window open and everything. Bloody hell, I'm still hot. So. Yeah, it's it's one of the, it's not going to have lights in. So I've got my Doctor Who figurines, which had nice decoration, and my Bugsy Malone Tommy gun. That was I've probably told you this before, but back when I was teaching, I was head of performing arts, and whenever we did a production, I stole something from the set at the end of the show week as a souvenir. I've got some. There's some. I can't remember, the posters all signed by the cast and crew up and down the stairs, which is quite fun. But yeah, in terms of stuff I've got, I think I only started it after like my second year. But that is a splurge gun from Bugsy Malone, and then when we did Dracula, I nicked the stake, which was kind of, it's just a simple piece of MDF. I think it's MDF, whatever it is, chiseled into a stake shape. But it's the little things. All the toys on the second shelf, behave. They're not toys, they're collectibles. These ones are toys. That'd be quite cool. I could turn my Infinity Stones on in the background. There we go, is that showing up? If I put my Infinity Stones off this, right, I'm going to turn my Infinity Stones on and then we're going to lock the lobby. This is The Purge, as written by Purge, and should be a lot of fun. That one's got a dead battery, so we can't have that Infinity Stone. Remind me to turn these off at the end as well. They're quite fun. Hopefully just that one needs a new battery. And a Mind Stone there. There we go. I've got some of them. Secrete using his splurge gun. Clip that. All the toys on the floor. I haven't got toys on the floor. I've got my goose that was a recommendation from Yuzu, so he's on my desk. I've got my Big Daddy, which is from Bioshock. He sits on my desk next to my phone charger, and that's a toy. I'll grant you that's a toy. I think that's probably the deck of cards. Arguably, they're the only toys in the vicinity. What does the start game button do? Shall we find out? I think we should find out, Clive. It's time for The Purge. Let's play. Okay, we start with the tiebreaker question. As usual, this will take the form of a number. You need to give me a number whispered to Persephone's Twitch bot. The closer you are, the better stead you will be in for a bit later on when it maybe becomes necessary. It's going to load up Prugs' notes because I know there's some extensive notes on this, and it would be frightfully rude of me not to give them to you. So answer as a number for this question. It may or may not come in handy later on, but it's a nice easy start to the game and gets you used to Persephone's Twitch bot, to whom you should be whispering the answers. No punctuation, just a number, 20 seconds to do it. And you need to whisper to the bot as before. Here is the tiebreaker question. At a recent auction of magical ephemera owned by the late Paul Daniels, for how much was his toupee sold in Great British pounds, excluding auctioneer's fees? Just answer as a number, please. If you don't give me an answer, you'll be given max.int, which you don't want. Int.max. 2,100. It was said it was sold to the twins, who do a lot of stage effects and illusions. For example, the DeLorean in the theatrical Back to the Future. They also bought a couple of his stage illusions. 2,100. However far away from that answer you were is the points you've got. You want a lower score as possible for this tiebreaker. Not a lot. Hey, very good, David. You're 0 away, so you're getting bang on shapes. Well, let's see. We'll see if the tiebreaker comes in handy. If it does, you're in a good position. Let's go on to the first question. And again, the bot's going to spam the chat when the question locks. So, just a reminder of the rules in case you've not played before. This is a sort of hive mind game. You've got to at least avoid that many people getting it wrong. So if 50% or more players get it wrong, then we go to a purge where it will not be multiple choice and you've got to answer in full. Up until then, though, it is multiple choice A or B. For the first 5, we'll add one option every 5 questions. If we do break through, if more than 50% are wrong, and that breakpoint will drop every question by 10%, incidentally, If we do break through, then the breakpoint will be reset after the purge. Good luck. Here's the first question. Options are up, down. It's been so long since I played this game. What is the name of the feathers from a goose or duck, often used for stuffing pillows? There's the spam. Time. Mr. Gamerman not getting an answer in. Abstention is treated as wrong in this game, so say something even if you've no idea. Correct answer, hoping most of us got this, is down. How do you get down from an elephant? You don't. You get down from a duck. Double duck. Let's find out how many of you were wrong on that question. If it's more than 50%, we're going for a purge. Start the meter. Just 14% getting that one wrong or abstaining, which means we avoid the purge. Very well done. On we go to the next question. Breakpoint dropping by 10% now. If 40% or more are wrong, then we go to a purge. Bod, welcome to the stream. Stick around. I want to show you something later on. Question number 2. Options are right on the left, left on the right. Helpful. A or B. On which side of the road does Australia drive? Do Australians drive? Fine. On which side of the road do they drive in Australia? They drive on the correct side of the road, the left. Australia, of course, being an ex-British colony. How many of you got that one wrong? If it's more than 40%, we are going for a purge. Let's find out. Start the meter. I didn't think it was going to stop then. 28% of you were wrong. No abstentions, which is nice to see. But 8 players going for right and 72% going for left. Well played. We survived that. We go on to the next question. They might be on holiday abroad. Might be. Yeah, sorry, there's a Dexter in the background. Dex, stop shouting. Breakpoint 30%. Still 2 options. Question 3. Options are green, red. In Candy Crush Saga, what colour are the jelly beans? Honestly say I've never played a Candy Crush game in my life. Correct answer is they're red, or typical colour for jelly beans. If 30% or more of you are wrong, we are going to a purge. Let's find out. Start the meter. Squandies, indeed. Just 14% going wrong there. 4 giving me the answer green, but 25 of you giving me red. Well played. We survived. We go on to another question. Question 4. Breakpoint drops to 20%. If 20% or more of you are wrong, we go to a purge. Options are no, yes. Including past members such as Trevor Horn and Rick Wakeman, which band had a US #1 with the song Owner of a Lonely Heart in 1983? Owner of a lonely heart, I believe. Time. Correct answer. It was yes. Trevor Horn was in Yes, as well as the Buggles of Video Killed the Radio Star fame, before becoming a celebrated producer. Breakpoint is 20%. How many got that one wrong? Let's find out. Start the meter. Matt's saying stand by for Purge. Let's have a look. Not yet. 14%. Just 4 getting that one wrong, 25 getting it right, and no abstentions, which is always very encouraging to see. Mr. Gamerman, welcome to the Discord as well. I just see you popping in there. Great to have you with us. Hope you are keeping well. So we're on to question number 5. We reset once again. The breakpoint is now 10%. If 10% or more are wrong, we are going to a purge. 2 options on this question, and the last one therein. After this, we will increase the options to 3. Take a look at question number 5. Options are east, west. In which direction would you travel to reach Benin from Ethiopia? A good African geography question. Time. Correct answer is it's west. Benin has a coast on the Gulf of Guinea / the Atlantic Ocean. Ethiopia is on the east side of Africa. So to reach Benin from Ethiopia, you would need to travel west. Breakpoint's 10%. Let's find out how many of you were wrong. Start the meter. 5 Bs in a row, really? Wow. That's to happen. If we don't have a purge now, we're guaranteed one on the next question. Academic, because we have 28% were wrong, no abstentions, but 8 going for East. Well done to the 21 of you who gave me West. You are going to avoid this purge, but everyone, I'm afraid, who was wrong on that question, you are going to be in this purge. How it works, if you've not played before, is that you will get a non-multiple choice question. You've got 20 seconds to answer. If you get it right, you get to rejoin the game. If you get it wrong, then you are eliminated. Everyone who got that one right, just relax. You don't have to answer this question, and it doesn't count towards the side game points anyway. So, yeah, there's no need to worry about answering this one. But if you are one of the 8 players who's about to be lit up here, then you do need to answer to fight for your life, and those players are Shadowmane, Topper, Puzzle Dan, Optimat, Kolo, Ardenfett, Notacat, and Mantissa. I need a correct answer and a full answer from you in order to continue playing in the game. If you are eliminated, you can continue playing in the side game. That's completely fine, and you still get pennies for it. But if you want to keep your nice profile picture and your nice screen, you've got to get this one right. 20 seconds. Good luck. Here is the question. Travel east and you'll get there eventually. True, but not before a great deal of pain. Dev, am I right? Here's the first purge question. Good luck. Named after a famous scientist, what was the name of Doc Brown's dog in Back to the Future? Half the players have answered. 2 to go. Need an answer, Optimat. There we go. Everyone's in. Time. Whew. Now, I didn't know this. I encourage Prugs to give an extra into this one, but it's because I'm the only person on the planet who's never seen Back to the Future. So I encourage the first 5 words of this question, so that even if you've not seen it and haven't got a clue, you could at least take a guess. Correct answer was Einstein, or Einie, I think is actually what he goes by. Yes, Einie. Einstein became the world's first time traveller. True story. Archimedes, Beethoven, who's a composer, and he has a dog. Coming from Garfield there. I'm afraid those are incorrect answers. Thank you very much for playing. Kolo, Topper, Mantissa, Fett, and Optimat all give me a correct answer. You get to rejoin the rest of the pack, but unfortunately, Shadowmane, Puzzle Dan, and Not a Cat, wrong answer at the wrong time, and you have been purged. Alternative answer, Copernicus, indeed. Well, this is shaping up quite nicely. As we end the first purge, we increase the options. Just a reminder, the game will continue until we have either had one of the following happen: 5 purges, 20 main game questions, or 5 or fewer players remaining in the game. Whichever of those 3 events happens first will dictate when we go to the final round. The breakpoint has been reset plus 10%, so 60% or more now must get it wrong to trigger a purge, and there are 3 options per question. On we go to question number 6. Options are Flagona, Pinta, Gallona. Which of these was one of the ships in Christopher Columbus's fleet for his voyage in 1492? Check out these Galaxy Brain strats. I brought the bottle up with me. Time. Which means it might get a little bit warm, but it means I can keep my glass topped up throughout the game, which is really sensible considering I haven't eaten since lunchtime. I'm sure it'll be fine. This game keeps me grounded. That's time. Correct answer. It's the Pinta. 2 caravels, the Pinta and the Nina, and 1 carrack, the Santa Maria. 6% is the breakpoint, pretty high. 6 P's in a row. It's going to be P for every question in the game. I promise you, it's just Unity engine.random.range, so sort of pseudo-random, picking where the answers go. Let's find out. Start the meter. Unsurprisingly, 15% getting that one wrong, but the majority getting it right. 85% going for Pinta, 22 players, 2 each for Flagona and Gallona. And nice to see there are no abstentions. We go on. Breakpoint drops to 50%, still 3 options as we come to question number 7, and the options are Josh, John, James. What is the first name of Mr. Wardle, the man who created Wordle? Got it, Samster. We got it. It's another reason to do away with Twitch living games. It means you can't spam the button and I don't get an endless amount of logs. 5 times Samster has already answered. I get the latency thing. You might not have gone through, but yeah, that we'll be doing away with that all in due course. Correct answer, as I'm sure most of us know who've played it, is Josh. Created by Josh for his partner and family to play and bought by the New York Times for more than $1 million. Oh, great way to retire, I suppose. And has since been emulated by everything in the world. Even I did one. To be fair, that one also got me a job. My only Connect Wordle-esque thing led to a job. So there you go. If you want to sort your career out, invent a Wordle of some sort, and you'll be fine. Keep desking from screen chat. So it's completely fine. It's only games where I'm stupid enough to have it debug into the chat every time it's got your answer, which you used to do in Spotlight, and I used to get really pissy about that. But no, it's fine. It's just a debug at this end, so fully appreciate it. New York Times gets to seal only Connect, the BBC gets to seal Wordle. Oh, wait, that's just like a true story. Josh was the answer. Let's find out how many were wrong. Start the meter. Or to Joss, as Matt is saying. That's an over-the-road meme. Okay, quite high. 35% getting that one wrong. Majority still there. We're avoiding a purge. 17 players going for Josh, 6 for John, and 3 for James. So just over half getting it right, but we play on because it's within tolerance. Breakpoint dropping to 40%. Still 3 options as we come to question number 8. Options are doing a P's only run. Stuart Broad, Roger Federer, Jermaine Defoe. In July 2023, which of these sportsmen announced his retirement from professional sport? Might be a big clue in the date there as well. Time. Correct answer was Stuart Broad, the cricketer who retired at the end of the 2023 Ashes series. Well done if you got that one. Let's find out how many of you did. Breakpoint is 40%. Start the meter. Cricket content, yeah. Oh, hello, we're slowing down. Oh, hello! Wow! 58% wrong there. 12 players going for Roger Federer. Has to have been the July, didn't Federer announced retirement this year too? Federer... I'm sure I would have read that somewhere. Let's have a look. It was last year. He announced it. Yeah, the clue was in the word announced. From The Guardian, September 2022. Roger Federer will retire... Oh, next week. I thought it said next year, at the age of 41. So yeah, Federer retired last year, not July 2023. Next year. Question 2. What was the name of the bird in the Disney movie Up? Yeah, Federer retired last year. So, the 12 players who went for Roger Federer, the 2 who went for Jermaine Defoe, and the 1 who abstained, you are going into this second purge, which you have triggered at question number 8. Everyone who gave me Stuart Broad, you can relax for a minute. You don't have to play this question, but for everyone else, you're in this purge. Let's find out who is here. I've already given you that trivia there. Let's press the button. So, Clive, Samsa, Mr. Vertigo, Tooch, Stilgar, Mr. Gamerman, Pyro, Bassoonist, Ardenfetch, Simpsons, Angle, Silent Marine, Ramsey, Mantissa, Lupine, and Jogging. You are in Purge number 2. And of course, the questions do in theory get harder along the way, both in the main game and in the Purge, but it's only the second Purge, so we're hoping some of you might be able to come back after this one. If you get it right, you get to play it in the main game. If you get it wrong, I'm afraid you are eliminated and out for good. And I will give you fair warning. The answer to this question is a single letter. I'm just checking that it does say that in the question, and it does. So you're forewarned. The answer is a single letter. So just like before, where you were answering ABC, here, a single letter is all that is needed. Good luck. Here's the second Purge question. You got it right. This is an old build jogging, so unfortunately I haven't been debugging stuff that people say. Maybe you were the one abstention, maybe you got eaten by Twitch. Apologies if that was the case. Hopefully you'll get this one right and get to come back. Here's the question. Which letter represents 500 in Roman numerals? You can answer, Mantissa. There we go. Time. It's one of two, says Not a Cat. I can tell you it's one of one. It's very definitely just one. What might it be? Are you thinking it's either L or D? I don't know if it's going B. It's not B. A lot of you might be thinking either L or D. One of 26, to be fair. Puzzle Dan raises a good point. Galaxy brain thinking there. Well, N is 1,000, X is 10, I is 1, V is 5, 50 is D. No, 50 is L, I think. Shit, I don't even know. 500 is D. It's D. I still gotta go for L. What was the other one? It was N is 1,000, C is 100, and L is 50, I'm afraid. D is the answer we wanted. You think you see? Yeah, C's 100. Not a cat. I know it's written in the notes. I'm trying to. I'll get to the notes, Prugs. Let me get to the notes. I was trying to be all clever and whatnot. And actually, it's not in the notes. There's just a link to a Roman numeral converter. Bees only run, stays alive. F, respectfully, yeah, quite. D is what we wanted. Very well done. If you got that, you get to rejoin the game. However, unfortunately, LC and M are all wrong answers. So for Stilgar, Mantissa, Silent Marine, and Stimpson's Angle, thank you very much for playing, but it's a wrong answer at the wrong time, and you have been purged. The show goes on. We're down to 22 players. We started with 29, I think. 29, 28, 29. We're down to 22 as we come to question number 9. Still 3 options. The options don't increase until we get to modulo 5, so question 11 will go up to 4 options. But the breakpoint does reset plus 10%, so the breakpoint is now at 70%. On we go with the game. Here's the next question. Options are Ernie, Kermit, Animal. What is the acronymic nickname of the random number generator that draws premium bonds in the UK? Time. Correct answer was Ernie, Electronic Random Number Indicator Equipment. Ernie. And well done if you spotted that all of those are characters from Sesame Street, I believe. Ernie, Kermit, and Animal. Breakpoint 70%, quite high, but let's see if we manage to avoid it. Shall we go one at a time? We haven't done that for a while. How many abstained? 2 players abstained. We're already up to 9%. How many people said C, Animal? 2. We're up to 18%. How many players said Kermit? Yeah, we're well fine. 27% were wrong. 2 going for Kermit as well, and 16 going for the correct answer, Ernie. Just like to build a bit of tension from time to time. We avoid that purge and we go on to question number 10. Breakpoint drops to 60%. Last question with 3 options A, B, C. After this, it goes up to 4. Good luck. Here is the question. Options are I know, right, Silent Marine. Glastonbury 2023, Eurovision 2023, the King's Coronation Concert 2023. Penny Lane was the typeface used in the graphics and branding of which 2023 event? Time. So on first reading this question, I thought that's an obscenely hard question. This, unless Oni's here, question about fonts is not normally popular. And then I realised there's a big clue in the question if you knew that Eurovision was hosted in Liverpool, which of course is where the Beatles come from. So it's an inception question. There's layers of information in there if you can just dig a little deeper. Eurovision was the answer. Penny Lane, of course, which is tracked by the Beatles, who are overrated, but were born, founded, conceived in Liverpool. Penny Lane is a sans serif derived from 20th century cast iron signs displaying Liverpool street names. So lots of ins into the question. Yeah, really good question. Penny Lane being Liverpool, as yeah. This is the top 5 most overrated Beatles songs. I'll think about that, Zeus, and I'll get back to you. One that's not It's a day in the life, because that's a banger. How many were wrong? Start the meter. 5 most overrated Beatles songs. Obla di Obla da is in there. 36% incorrect. We avoid a purge. 14 getting the correct answer. 2 going for Glastonbury. 6 for the King's Coronation. No abstentions, which is good to see. On we go. And we increase the options. Now A, B, C or D are required to answer. And the breakpoint is back to what it started with. They have to be. They're definitely not underrated. So unless they're exactly properly rated, they must be overrated. Now, Here Comes the Sun. Wasn't that Paul McCartney? Not to the Beatles. I quite like Here Comes the Sun, mainly because I have to play it at weddings, so I know it. But Daydream Bit is very fun. Yeah, Day in the Life. I had to study it at A-level, and I really liked it. Breakpoint is 50%. There are 4 options. Question number 11, and the options are potentiometer, transistor, resistor, capacitor. Which electronic component has a base, collector, and an emitter? GCSE Physics. For those of you who aren't British, GCSEs are the exams you do when you get to the end of high school. So this is a changed question from a slightly different question, also based in the world of physics. The correct answer is a transistor. A transistor is basically a switch which allows current to flow from the collector to the emitter when a voltage is applied to the base leg of the component. So there you go. Snog, marry, avoid the Beatles. Oh, it'd have to be Snog John Lennon, marry Paul McCartney. I'd probably have to avoid George Harrison, I think. So I'd quite like to meet Ringo Starr. Yeah, that'd be my answer. There you go. Transistor is what we wanted. Now, breakpoint is 50%. Let's find out how many of you were wrong. There were no abstentions there, so we'll go through the others and we'll go through them in an interesting order. How many people said C, resistor? 2, 9%. Okay. How many people said A, potentiometer? Just the 1, 5%. Just over 13.5%, 50% the breakpoint. How many people said D, capacitor? Slowing. Oh boy! It's bang on the breakpoint. It doesn't happen very often. The breakpoint was 50%. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm shilling for. I'm not shilling for views, but that was some tension right there. Exactly half. It doesn't happen very often, but the breakpoint is if it's greater than or equal to. Is the logic on the game. It must is when it triggers a purge, and exactly half of you went for transistor and exactly half of you went for something else, and that's 11 each, which means we have got purge number 3, and 11 of you are going to go into it fighting for your life. Topper with the stop. Brew, if you got that one wrong, I'm afraid you're going to be in this purge. If you got it right, you can relax for a minute, but these 11 players are going to have to battle it out for their survival. They are Clive, Topper, Mr. Vertigo, Kjart, Ardenfetz, Bassoonist, Nando, Lottibus, Lupine, Ramsey and Dev. Full correct answer required in order to continue play. I wish you all the very best of luck. Here is the 3rd purge question. I know, right, Silent Marine? It's very pleasing. And 11 people got it right as well. Have a look. 3rd purge question. Good luck. Which sports personality did Dustin Lance Black marry in 2017? Bassoonist is going to be one. I feel we may have a few casualties here as they do tick up the difficulty. Sneaky sports question out of nowhere. The correct answer is Tom Daley. Tom Daley, the diver, the British diver. Mrs. Black. It wasn't wrong on all counts there, Topper. Serena Williams is wrong. Pass Roger Federer. I'm a head out. Stick around, Ramsey. Play along in the side game, please, and then stick around for the Abyss at the end, which is absolutely no different from anything it's to be expected. That wasn't a sentence. Venus Williams, B, and blank from the bassoonist. Oh no. No, it was gay. Yeah, Tom Daley, the British diver, married Dustin Lance Black in 2017. Oh, that's a bit of a bloodbath there. We had 22, and we've lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 out of 11. Just 3 players, Nando, Mr. Vertigo, and Kjarvs, getting to come back to the game. But for you, 8, Clive, Topper, Lottibus, Lupine, Ramsey, Bassoonist, Dev, and Ardenfetz, please continue playing in the side game. But for the main game, it's the wrong answer at the wrong time, and you have been purged. 10 out of 10, they got question 11 wrong. Oh, Lottibus! The pain. Oh, that is a pain. But also...
Shame!
Oh, no, not that one.
What a shame.
I pressed the wrong shame button. Not a shame. I take that back. I'm sorry, Lottibus. It's a pain and
What a shame.
that moment. Oh, I should not put the what a shame and shame button next to each other. It's not my intention to shame people for getting things wrong on stream. Oh, goodness me. Well, we lose 8 people and we are down to 14. What a shame, yeah.
What a shame.
What a shame you're alienating your audience, Ben. Both sound effects, you can have both of them.
What a shame.
Oh, you can time this right, you can go.
What a shame.
What a pain. The Purge. It is called the Purge after all, yeah. So, we move on. Question number 12. Still 4 options. Breakpoint resets to 80%. We've had 3 purges. We've potentially got 2 more, or 8 more questions in the main game. There are sort of 14 of you live. Let's go on to question number 12. Options are 3, 6, 4, 5. Why you like this random number generator? Acetic acid is a carboxylic compound. Carboxylic compound made up of how many elements? Time. Another chemistry question. Science coming thick and fast tonight. The correct answer is... I'll focus on the right window. 3. Oh, yes, I've pressed Q over there now, and I've deleted my notes. Let me Control Z that. 3 elements in acetic acid. Acetic acid is one of the carboxylic acids, which are made up of various combinations of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Other examples of carboxylic acids include stearic acid and butyric acid. Thank you very much to Prue for making me say these complex science words. Breakpoint is 80%. It's pretty high, and we've got a chemistry teacher in the mix, but the chemistry teacher is only going to count for about 8%, and he may not have got it right. We won't know unless there is a purge. Let's find out. Start the meter. A lot of acid questions tonight, absolutely. Blimey. Okay, we'll stop it at 57%. 2 abstentions there, 2 going for 6, 4 going for 4, no one going for 5. 6 players getting the right answer of 3. Well done you, 6 you have saved everybody else. Well played. We go on to question number 13. We drop the breakpoint to 70%. 4 options still. Question number 13. Options are Matthew, Revelation, Romans, John. The short verse, Jesus wept, is found in which book of the King James Version of the Bible? Time. We had a different verse originally, we changed it. And Prugs and I had a really good conversation about how you can make a question easy or difficult by, if you put Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, that makes it a really hard question. If you put Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, and the right answer, it makes it really easy. This is a nice mixture of the two. You've got 2 Gospels and 2 other New Testaments there. 2 Gospels, an Epistle, and Revelation. The correct answer is John. Famously, the weird Gospel, the one that's not a synoptic Gospel. I'm trying to remember my AS theology now. It isn't necessarily the shortest verse in the Bible, which I thought it was. It depends on what language you're in. In the King James Version of the Bible, at 2 words, it is the shortest verse in the Bible, but in other versions it does differ. But yes, Jesus wept at the death of his friend Lazarus. Some modern translations that Jesus began to weep, which makes it longer than certain other ones. But John is what we were after. If you gave me D, then you will contribute towards saving the hive mind. Breakpoint is 70%. How many were wrong? Start the meter. 2 two-word verses in English, but this has fewer letters. Excellent trivia, Bob. We've been here before, we're here again. Exactly half. 7 going for John, no one going for Romans, 2 for Matthew, and 5 for Revelation. Jesus doesn't feature much in Revelation, except in passing. Revelation's about a new heaven and a new earth for the former, and the revelation of John, but it doesn't really involve Jesus except sitting on the throne and casting people into the sulphury lake where there is weeping and gnashing of teeth. We've avoided a purge, we go on. Question number 14, breakpoint drops to 60%. Still 4 options, and they are John Betjeman, Ted Hughes, Dylan Thomas, Wilfred Owen. In the 1970s, which poet released an LP of his verse accompanied to music entitled Banana Blush? Time. I wouldn't have had a Scoobs on this one, but looking at the options in the under the pressure of the lights and whatnot, I would have made some educated guesses. It's either A or B, and probably guessed at A, which is the correct answer. With poems written and spoken by Betjeman with music by Jim Parker, it has become a bit of a cult classic. There's a link here from Purge to a Radio 4 programme about it hosted by Jarvis Cocker from 2014, if anyone would like to know a little bit more about that. So, how many people got that one right, and more importantly, how many people got it wrong? Raspberry Flute, thank you very much for the follow. For the second time tonight, the noise of the game we're playing as a follow alert. We had the DangerZone raid noise during DangerZone, and we've now had the Purge follow sound during the Purge. Raspberry Flute, welcome to the stream. Great to have you with us. I hope you're keeping well. Breakpoint is 60%, and I can tell you there were no abstentions. Let's go through them in reverse order. How many people said D, Wilfred Owen? Very much a great name. Just 1, 7%. How many people said D, Dylan Thomas? Just 1, 7%. To 14 and a bit percent. But those were the 2 ye olde poets. Ted Hughes and John Betjeman, a bit more modern. That breakpoint is 60%. We're not very close, but how many people said B, Ted Hughes? A few more. Only 2 purges left in the bank. 60% is the breakpoint. We're at 50 and climbing. Oh, I love having the debug logs here. 57% were incorrect. Yes, very, very close to the line. 1 question further, and that would have been a purge. But we have just crept under with 57% getting it wrong. 6 players going for John Betjeman, and you have saved everyone from a purge. 43% getting that one right. Very well played. We move on to question 15. Easy game, says Jogging. We're back at 50%. This has been a bit of a harbinger. This was the breakpoint that we triggered the last purge on. So it's where we started the game on. 14 players. If 7 or more are wrong, we go into purge number 4. Last question with 4 options. Question number 15, and the options are Chris Hoy, Tom Simpson, Bradley Wiggins, Mark Cavendish. Which of these Sports Personality of the Year award winners won the award the earliest? The Hive called it. Wants its question back. Time. I suppose the Hive isn't on active rotation at the moment, so it needs to find an outlet. The correct answer, as I top up my glass, is Tom Simpson, by quite a long way, actually. Tom Tom Simpson was in 1965, Chris Hoy 2008, Mark Cavendish in 2011, and Bradley Wiggins in 2012. I've actually got 5 names on my trivia, which makes me think this was probably a final section question originally, but that option didn't come up. 50% is the break point, but Tom Simpson was the answer by quite a long way. How many were wrong? Start the meter. They're all cyclists, yes. It was originally a 5-parter. The other option that could have come up was Geraint Thomas. Geraint Thomas in 2018. Properly channeling the hive there. Oh, hello. Woohoo! 71% were wrong. Just 4 players going for Tom Simpson. 5 for Chris Hoy, 3 for Bradley Wiggins, and 2 for Mark Cavendish. Which means we've got 10 people in a purge and 4 players sitting quite happily at the moment, knowing that they got this one right. If you were wrong, you are going into purge number 4, and we have got the situation where if everybody in the purge gets it wrong, or if all but one get it wrong, we are going straight to the final because we will have 5 players remaining. However, if 2 or more can survive this purge, then we will continue with the rest of the main pack. Let's take a look at who was wrong on that question and is going into purge number 4. It'll be me, Samson, Mr. Vertigo, Matt the Ref, K-Jarves, Optimat, Pyro Pigby, Colo, Jogging, and Zeus. You are all in purge number 4. Nando 2, Mr. Gamerman, and Shapes, do relax for a minute. You don't have to answer this question, and anyone who's playing in the side game, don't have to answer this question because it won't count towards your points anyway. But for the 10 players who are in this purge, you must give me a correct answer within 20 seconds or you will be eliminated from the game. We're looking for at least 2 of you to survive so that the game can continue.